Hey everybody, welcome back to another stream. Glad to go to a new day of streaming straight into the Profaned Capital, one of my favorite places in the game. I mean, it's a little bit barren, I guess, but there's some cool stuff about it. So yeah, as you guys might have noticed, I also got Nightbot finally working. So I don't expect to use it for like moderation or anything like that, but sometimes it's nice to just have a few of the messages like "fix your posture, you banana-shaped punk." So Nymphalis, welcome back to the stream. Undercover Backup, welcome back as well. And Marco Di Martino, nice to see you as well. So yeah, yesterday we did like the very first portion of the Profaned Capital, and I think I leveled up. Yeah, that's where we finished off. So we finished off that first portion of the Profaned Capital, and so when we go back, I'm going to return to Irithyll Dungeon to get the treasure that we haven't gotten yet because we didn't have the key to access it. So just buy the rest of the things that we can from Grey Rat before he goes gone.
Goodbye.
A little surplus of souls there. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Glad to come back today. And so Ramus, welcome back to the stream. And so, yeah. Now I just need to remember what all cells we can access with the additional key. I know there's one like right over here, and then we just go all the way back down to see Karla. So we use the jailer's keyring, so I guess there's multiple keys on it since it's a keyring. Just a rusted gold coin. Wonder if I'll get jump scared again by any of the little hollow dudes. Large Titanite shard. Guess they disappear? I don't remember. We've already looted them. They truly disappear. Maybe. Which would be kind of cool, like, and interesting that, like, looting some of these corpses might make them permanently disappear. Maybe that was what kept them going. Than these damn things. It's probably the thing below me that I keep hearing. It's throwing me off. Just whatever. Blue Mew, you said welcome back. Save scums of sadness will proceed. Yes. I'm pretty sure they reduced my health there. Oh shit. That surprised me. Forgot about those guys. 125 out of like 1,000, okay. Oh yeah, and so one of the things that I did forget to say yesterday, although it might be a little bit obvious at this point, was with the Profane Capital being known as like the capital of sin in Japanese, that's also true of the fire or the flame of it. Instead of profane flame, it's like the sin flame or a sin fire or fire of sin. Because the prisoner chief's ashes. And then we can go down and see Karla. Although for that, I think we need to go all the way back up to the other side. That might be the fastest way. My dog's starting to snore, so you guys might end up hearing that in a little bit. And Ophelia says, ooh, what kind of dog? She's a pit bull. Well, she's a rescue, so she might be mixed, but I don't think she is. For the most part. She's a big baby. Really, that's the real breed. Just big baby. Big old cuddle bug. We got to deal with all these witches again. It's super annoying. But I think Karla's cell is right over here. Nope. Damn. We're on the opposite side for it. These jerks. I don't even know if there's a way to mitigate them reducing the HP like that. Other than, you know, just killing them and not being bad. YOLO. I got grabbed? That's cool, though. Oh, I forgot to record. Good thing I didn't... Well, I did a little bit, but not too much important. It always feels like I'm forgetting something, and I was, like, sitting there 5 minutes before stream, actually early today, and be like, did you do everything? I really should just actually, like, make a no-joke a checklist and go through before I start. So, I guess I missed out on the little, the Jailer's Ashes, which I haven't read yet. But that's not, like, the most important thing, I don't think. Actually, since we're already this way, and I already spent all my souls, I'm not too worried about picking those up again. We're gonna go through the other path. Down to the bottom. So, Infinity says that you love pitbulls. They're illegal here, though, which frickin' sucks. Yeah. I understand it because, like, I mean, there have been issues with the breed. It is unfortunate that it's... I mean, I don't know exactly where you are, but at least in some states, they're, like, a strict liability dog, so if they, like, bite anybody, it's pretty much a done deal that they need to be put down. But, with my experience with pitbulls, they're pretty lovable towards people, and it's more like the other animals that can be an issue at times. Oh, this is over here. I might have been misremembering how to get over there. Maybe not. I don't remember. Yeah. So the other way was probably faster after all. Where am I trying to go? And here we go. I guess I could have just run out the ladder, like the window from way earlier. Yeah, that's definitely the faster way to do it. How do I get down there from the bottom? Trying to think. Oh, probably the Profaned Capital bonfire would have been the faster way. I mean, that would be like if I was already there and didn't actually have to warp that way. So Remus says, you wonder how come the royalty in From games are often hedonistic, but the king themselves are often portrayed as heroic. Well, that's a good question, and just like my hot take would be, that royalty just kind of benefit from the actions of a benevolent king, and they didn't necessarily do anything heroic themselves. So that could be why they're portrayed hedonistically. I think that's a pretty big trope, like, worldwide. Or, like, the king is the one who sacrifices and works for others, and because of that, like, the others are able to benefit, and then they just kind of, what's the word? Exploit that a little bit. This is scary. Throw it up the wall there. And we've got some of our HP back already, which is nice. 3 of them, at least. The cult says the victor writes history. Yeah. As well as, like, the victor's children. So I guess I should have waited a little bit to heal that first time. I think I might be able to backstab the one and then just ambush the other. Okay, so I think there's only the one left. And then we can go get Karla. We got the jailer gloves. I must have damaged that one earlier, I guess. And so we got the one up the wall. The lycanthrope. Okay. Sweet. So now we should get our beloved child of the dark, Karla. Whatever her cell is. Was this not it? Definitely not. We got some dragons over there. Well, failed dragons. Okay, there it is. Okay. So she's in the middle. And also, Coat, welcome to the stream. It's nice to see you again. Sorry for not welcoming you in a minute ago. And then Ramus says, because the jailers themselves are noblemen / women from the Sin Capital. And then Colt says, their brand looks an awful lot like the Hunter's Rune in Bloodborne. What is the symbol thought to mean in Dark Souls 3? I'm not... Damn it, why did I just walk off? I'm not entirely sure if it has special significance beyond that, but yeah. I know you can get it from their corpses occasionally. So if I had it right now, I would look at it. But unfortunately, we don't. So Dionysus, welcome back to the stream. Nice to see you again. Oh. Just for some footage, I'm going to pull out the torch briefly. Not that we can actually use it to illuminate her very well while we're like using the binoculars at least. So this is Karla. She's obviously a witch, if her clothing didn't give her away. And so this is a kind of cool line of dialogue when she starts off, if I remember correctly. Hold on, let me kill those Okay, there we go. So Rusty Bucket says, any speculation of how Karla ended up here? That's a very good question. I don't have a lot of concrete thoughts about that myself. So maybe if somebody else in chat does, they're more than welcome to share their idea. I think she was probably just kind of nabbed or potentially brought up as a kind of orphan. And so she might have been here from a younger age, but that part is more or less actual like speculation on my part than anything concrete that the game gives us. And so there will be some kind of like messed up parts with their dialogue that we're going to look at in just a second. Oh, I can actually interact with her with the binoculars out right now? That's different. Like the other NPCs wouldn't let me do that. Still can't move around though. Okay.
Oh, there you are. I thought you'd all but forgotten me. How sweet. Good to know that a skinny little heretic can still turn heads. Oh, you're not one of them, are you? Accept my apologies for mistaking you for one of those leeches. So, what business have you here? This is a land of monstrosities, and I am no exception. You are very frank. If you've no business here, take your leave at once. For your own sake.
So yeah, with her opening dialogue, she mentions that a skinny little heretic can still turn heads. That's pretty suggestive of what the jailers must have done to her, or were likely to do to her, unfortunately. And so, Goddess Spaghetti, welcome to the stream. You said you've always been curious about her. Isn't there an NPC in Firelink who hates her? I don't remember, but I think you're not entirely wrong. That kind of rings a bell for me. And so, Effervescent Soliloquy, welcome back. You said, you know that Karla is an NPC from Demon Souls who was brought back, yeah? Same voice actor and everything. She was a witch and spellbender in Demon Souls too. No, I did not. So, thank you. That's kind of interesting because I figured I would have heard that from the grapevine throughout the years. But yeah, I guess I didn't. So cool. And then Undercover Backup said, do the lycanthropes look the way they do because they're crucified, or is it the other way around? I think it's the other way around, but that's a good question nonetheless. Miguel Cruz, welcome back to the stream. Hello, Govna, yourself. And so Dionysus says, poor lady, wonder how long she's been here. Okay.
What is it? Something else? Ah, don't fret over me. I'm stuck here anyway. You're here to save me. But I'm guilty. A wretched child of the abyss. Is that something you can forgive? You are very frank. If you've no...
Oh, and we can actually speed up this dialogue. This is so weird. This is like the only NPC where you can still talk with the binoculars out.
What is it? Something else? Ah. You're here to save me. But is that... Oh, really? You are no ordinary man. Very well. Besides, I've grown tired of imprisonment. I am Karla, and I accept your proposal.
So like the other NPCs, she just kind of poofs out of here. So yeah, that's Karla. She's a witch, and from her we can learn the dark miracles as well as the more advanced pyromancy that Cornix can't teach us. So let's check out the jailer's gloves. I think they're going to be pretty much the same as the what are they called? The masks, but these are gloves worn by jailers of Irithyll Dungeon. The jailers are among the few survivors inhabiting the Profaned capital. Yeah. So, just again that the jailers originally came from the Profaned capital, and now they work under Sullivan, which we talked a bit about yesterday. And so, other than that, we did get that new set of ashes, remains. So, the prisoner chief used his clout to hoard all manner of things, but died without putting them to use. So it's really cool that you can see like all of the coins clutched by this prisoner chief's ashes in its hand. So that just kind of might tie into the whole idea of like the dragons at Archdragon Peak, or like the meditating figures right next to it. Just because if he's holding on to the wealth, it shows like his attachment to material things and what money can buy him materially, whereas like these guys have let go of all of their possessions and even their like own individuality slash humanity, I guess, or whatever you really want to call it for this game, so that they could kind of transcend their normal life into something greater as a dragon. So yeah. Ramus says she is a reference, but the name of the one in Demon Souls was Yuria. Okay. Effervescent says, yeah, her name was changed, but her outfit and everything is literally the same. You rescue her from captivity in Demon Souls 2. It is interesting how they just kind of like keep recycling all of their themes. But yeah, we'll go back to... I'm just going to warp out. We're going to go back to the shrine, talk to, what's-her-face, Karla, give the ashes to the shrine handmaiden, and then I might save beforehand, just to be safe? I don't know. I'm trying to think. Well, yeah, I'll save beforehand, and then I'll save when we get to Yhorm anyway. So I'll give the things to the Shrine Handmaiden, so I don't have to do that again later.
Well met, Ashen One. Gracious.
I don't remember what you get from half these. I mean, I should really look at them sometime. Oh, we can get Karla set already. That's interesting. I'm glad I checked. So, Hat of the Dark Witch Karla. A pointed hat is a signature of a heretical sorceress Karla. Or wait, is a signature of a heretical sorceress. Karla, however, always kept it close. So, the stained coat is torn and odorous, telling of a long journey and an even longer imprisonment. It would be madness to wear such a thing. So she has been a prisoner for a long time. I guess like she wasn't an orphan who got brought there, but she is kind of an orphan. And as she mentions that she's like a child of the dark, she's more or less hinted to be like one of the fragments of Manus's humanity, just kind of reincarnated. And I think that was maybe more of a thing in Dark Souls 2, but this is kind of like the reference as it appears again in Dark Souls 3. So yeah. Going back to the chat. All the NPC stories are so tragic, it's great. And Rusty Bucket says, you wonder if you play as a female if her dialogue changes from no ordinary man to no ordinary woman. That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I would almost assume that they would have done that, just because they do take somewhat decent care in like making the gender dialogue a bit different. So Ramus says, this entire dungeon is a reference to the Tower of Lothria in Demon Souls. Okay. And then Colt says, their soldering iron is both a brand and a soldering iron. It brands you with a false dark sign, and soldiers closed your hollowness. And solders closed your hollowness, preventing filling the void with Estus or something. That's a pretty interesting point. You might be onto something there. Effervescent says, all the voice acting changes slightly depending on your gender. There's a ring that you can wear that changes it too. Oh yeah, that's a good point. And Bridge, welcome back to the stream. You said hello to all you fine folks, and you hope we're having a good time. Going to be lurking and working today. All right, well, thank you for stopping in, and good luck with your work. Hope that goes well. And so Nightbot told me to get some water, so that's probably a smart idea, so I'll take a swig of that. Okay. Oh yeah, I did kind of want to buy the Black Iron set just for old time's sake, but we'll leave it be for now. Oh, we have a wow. You really do get a lot of souls just from that little area. I mean, sure, I died the one time, but more than I was expecting to have on hand.
Oh, hello.
Anything else? Okay.
Goodbye. Oh, this.
I'll go ahead and buy one of the Black Iron items, maybe the torso. I probably can't even equip it because it's going to be so heavy, but I want it. Or maybe I should get Karla's stuff. Maybe not. Actually, that might be worth it. The trousers. Or her hat, because it's pretty lightweight. Not that I think it would match my set very well. Okay. Yeah, that should be good enough.
Ashen 1.
So we're going to go ahead and save Scum, and then we'll talk to Karla. So KB Abysswalker and Gabriel, welcome back to the stream. Hello. And then Gabriel says, Karla set reminds you of Eileen's. Yeah, I really like Karla set. For the most part, it reminds me of like the Bone Ash Keeper set in Bloodborne. I mean, if we were to compare them to the different games. But yeah, it's definitely a really cool, like, stereotypical witch outfit that I really like. And then Ramus says, it's funny you never played Dark Souls 2 fully, but the main garb is the Mira from Dark Souls 2 Solaire. Okay. I have a feeling that one of these times my brain is just going to go on autopilot and I'll either upload or download when I don't mean to. So yeah, actually now that I saved it, I might just listen to Karla's dialogue, then trigger a fight with her, have her kill me, and then I'll kill her for, for the old razzle-dazzle lore footage. And to shock all the new people that are going to step in and see that. If I remember correctly, she's just like on the other side of Grey Rat. Like on the equivalent side of where Orbeck would be. No, I did not remember correctly. Oh wait, she's under the thing. I think I still have the binoculars out. I can't talk to her here. Was I not close enough anymore? Yeah, that was weird. Like, I can't do the... I can't initiate the talking.
Ah, there you are. As I said, I am Karla, and am grateful to you. Now, what shall we do? The only thing that might interest you is my sorcery. Although my dark arts are a detestable sort. That wouldn't interest you, would it? Most regrettable. I have nothing else, you see. Nothing at all. Have you so soon forgotten? That place is home only to monstrous things, and I am no exception. Ah, hello there. I'm sorry to say, this truly is all I have. Detestable sorceries that delve into the darkness of man. You're a wicked one, aren't you? Very well. Humans are of the dark, and you are no different. Some may avert their eyes, but the truth remains the truth. Be careful, though. Few humans are privy to this knowledge. Let it be a secret, kept between you and I.
So, it's kind of interesting that you never really get a good look at Karla's face. I'm pretty sure somebody online would have, like, posted that, but I wonder if she's, like, a little bit disfigured or just has a certain kind of look to her. Yeah, I'm not sure what else beyond that. So, catching up with the chat, Colt says, you like Karla's gloves with the ordained trousers with the Abyss Watcher chest? Barefoot, bare hand, and a slick cape. Brisson says she can teach me her dark arts any day. And Effervescent says, Pate's the one that gives you the white soapstone in Dark Souls 2, though. Okay.
There is one thing that you should know. There is a darkness within man, and I am afraid you will peer into it. Whether the fear will spark self-reflection or a ruinous nostalgia is up to you entirely. Fear not. Your choice will bring you no scorn.
So, a very long time ago, I did look at Karla's dialogue, and I mean, some of it's wrong, because looking at what I had earlier, I said that she said the only thing she has is pyromancy when it's sorcery, just because, like, I didn't know what they were calling what back when I first looked at this. So, yeah, with that as a kind of disclaimer to take some of this with a grain of salt, I am pretty confident that, like, the next part that I say is still, like, true. Instead of talking about, what is it? This is weird. Okay, I was looking at the wrong thing. So, when she says there's a darkness within man and she's afraid that we'll peer into it, that's pretty much the same thing. But right after that, she says, whether the fear will spark self-reflection or ruinous nostalgia is up to you entirely. I think that's a really cool localization, and, like, without the extra context, I think that, like, does a fine job at trying to get at the idea, but I just think it was maybe missing some of the context of, like, the other games with, like, the other text. So throughout this playthrough, we've been talking about how there's kind of a kinship or a sense of home that's related to the fire, and that the undead are drawn to it and yearn for it. And so it's something that they can't touch, but they still want it nonetheless, and that's kind of like the essence of pyromancy. And so with her dialogue right here, she says, and whether or not you turn back in fear or your chest fills with sentimental yearning depends on you. And so that part's pretty hard to translate directly. And so, like, the word that it uses is kyoshu, which does kind of, like, mean nostalgia in like, the sense of, like, homesickness. But I think the part that's important is that there's, like, a yearning quality to it, which is a little bit missed in the official localization. So it seems like when you look into the darkness of man, it'll draw you towards it as well. And so that's what I think that kind of nostalgia was trying to get at, that just maybe didn't quite get across as strongly as it could have. So yeah. And Ramus says, nostalgia is something Dusk says Manus feels strongly. Okay. And so that might have been a relic of, like, the Dark Souls 1 kind of stuff that they were just trying to work with. But I think overall, like, once you have this context, that kind of stuff becomes, like, more understandable. Like, it does make sense in English, you just kind of already have to know what it's talking about. And then so Colt says, Karla's face isn't disfigured, but it ain't the prettiest. Nothing particularly wrong with it, just not very attractive. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I that doesn't surprise me either, especially because, you know, she's probably supposed to be, like, malnourished, and she wasn't used for more lascivious activities on the behalf of the jailers too often, it seems. So, okay.
There is one thing that you should know. There is a darkness within man. What?
Okay, I guess the other point of difference would be this, like, when she says, I'm afraid you will peer into it, like the darkness within man. So she says, like, there is darkness in man and you might face it. And so, with the idea of facing it, like, it does mean to, like, peer at it or to, like, look at it, like, directly. So that translation isn't wrong, but there's just kind of, like, a difference in how it can come across sometimes. And so, like, proceeding down this path of dark sorcery will kind of make you face yourself, I think, is what is trying to come across in that. Whereas, like, by the same token, the official English makes it look like you're going to peer into something you don't want to see, which is perfectly fine. But I just kind of want to bring that up to give more of an even-handed balance between the English and the Japanese at times. So that was that. So we can give her the Pyromancy tomes as well as the Divine tomes, and she can learn dark sorceries. So it's really, really interesting that she's able to use both, all three, like, sorceries, pyromancies, and miracles. So this might show that she's probably, like, one of the most balanced teachers of magic in the entire universe of Dark Souls. But Yeah, I never really thought about that before. So I'll probably have to think about it a bit more, and that might be related just because of Darkness's ability to be present in all three of these schools, I guess. So from her we can learn Affinity, or Pursuers as it was known, I think in Dark Souls 1. And Dark Souls 2 might have been Affinity as well. The Japanese name for all three games is the same. It's, what is it? It's like Pursuing Ones, but I can't think of what it is. Oh, Monotachi? So yeah. This is a forbidden dark sorcery, casts a dark manifestation of humanity. It appears to be an expression of envy or perhaps love towards another that will tenaciously pursue its target, even if, like so many human desires, it amounts to nothing but misfortune. So, when I look at this kind of description, I do think that this general idea is even at play within Bloodborne. Like, obviously, I don't think like there's like dark and humanity in Bloodborne, but I think when we compare this notion of the little writhing ones within darkness to like messengers, that they are both envious and in love with life, and so that's why they pursue it, even if they can't attain it again for themselves. And so I think this is the Dark Souls 3 one. Yeah, so I think the Dark Souls 3 one is a bit clearer compared to the others, but it's been a long time since I've looked at these actually. Okay, so when this says it appears to be an expression of envy or perhaps love towards another, the Japanese calls it says like those wills are envy or love towards man. So that's the real link between like the Dark Souls cosmology and Bloodborne. Not to say like the games are actually like connected, but just the idea of willpower or will in general being related to blood echoes and humanity in these two games. They're kind of like have a similar role to a certain extent. So that was that. And so, Scott, welcome back to the stream. And tensions lurking. Yeah, I don't have a lurk command. I didn't think about that. So, Ramus says Strayed in Dark Souls 2 can do that too. Okay, Strayed. Forgot about him. Definitely one of your favorites. Yeah, so I really should play Dark Souls 2. It just, I would need to play Dark Souls 2. So this is a Dark Edge. I think we got this from Yuria? No, we didn't. Okay. So this is a forbidden dark sorcery. Strikes with the blade formed of humanity's darkness. Passed from mother to daughter, this blade was intended for both protection and as a means of taking one's own life. The young girl never swung it more than once. So I wonder if the young girl is supposed to be a reference to Karla, and so maybe like the whole idea behind that would be this blade is so lethal it only takes one swing to kill somebody. That's kind of what my hot take on that would be. So as to who the girl's mother is, we don't know, I don't think. So I guess some people could probably argue that it's Nishandra or maybe somebody else. So if you guys have a more educated thought on the subject, let me know. So let's go ahead and give her the pyromancy stuff first.
Oh, a pyromancy tome, have we? Quelana, Witch of Izalith. Well, this is a fascinating pyromancy. Very well. If this is your wish, I will unravel the thing the best I can. Besides, it will be nice to play master for once.
I should have zoomed in, but whatever. Maybe she says something after that.
There is one thing that you should know.
Okay, I guess not.
There is a darkness within man, and Oh, another pyromancy tome, have we? And one that resonates with the dark, yes. Well suited to me. I may be a heretical sorcerer, but you bring me nothing but pyromancies. Fiendish little lad, you. There is one thing that you should know.
It's interesting that it says learn dark sorceries for all of these, because, I mean, the Fire Whip isn't necessarily a dark sorcery, but yeah. So we just gave her those 2 extra tomes so we can see a few more of the, like, pyromancy spells. So this is a primal pyromancy taught by Quelana, daughter of the Witch of Irithyll. Sweeps foes with a Fire Whip. The caster manipulates flames at will, making this an extremely difficult spell to use. Pyromancy has at once the knowledge of controlling the flame, and the knowledge that control is impossible. So, yeah, that kind of just shows, like, an interesting dynamic that we could compare with, like, everything going wrong with the Bed of Chaos, because even though the Witch of Irithyll was probably, like, the most proficient pyromancer in all of, like, Dark Souls history, her control wasn't definite, and then her losing control is what birthed the Bed of Chaos, or yeah, the Bed of Chaos. So, Brisson says that you read the Dark Edge description as the girl only ever using it on herself, no idea who it's supposed to be. And then Ramus says she has special dialogue if you try to give her the Faith Tomes. Yeah, so that's why he kept all of the miracles as well. So this is Firestorm, primal pyromancy taught by Quelana, a daughter of the Witch of Irithyll. Surrounds the caster with multiple pillars of flame. The raging storm is indiscriminate, such is the intrinsic horror of the flame. Interesting. Yeah. This really does make me want to look at some more of these descriptions in Japanese. Just because, I wonder if it's, pretty much exactly the same when it talks about the horror of the flame, or if it means something a bit different. I wouldn't be surprised in either case, rather. So this is Rapport. Advanced pyromancy of Quelana, a daughter of the Witch of Irithyll. Charms the enemy, making them a temporary ally. The living are lured by the flame, and this tendency is elemental to the art of pyromancy. So this term that they use here, lured, so that's like the same thing that they use to describe how Sullivan was lured to the profaned flame. And so it's a term that comes up quite often in the Japanese, but it can just be read a couple different ways. If I remember correctly, even the spell name is more like lure, like in the same sense, like rapport and lured were the same word in Japanese. I might be misremembering there though. And so yeah, as it says, the living are lured by flame, and this tendency is primal to the art of pyromancy. So that's just like one of the intrinsic parts of the flame and life in general, which ties into why affinity is attracted to life and darkness, I guess. So yeah, that's that. And Ramus says, okay, I read that. Colt says Dark Souls 2 lore evidence as to the trilogy is minimal at best. At least from what you understand, you liked it and it had fun spells and whatnot, but correct me if you're wrong about lore significance. I think for the most part, like the ways that it contributes to the lore is more macro in its approach, and that it expands upon the role of the curse a bit more. It expands more on desire a lot more compared to like Dark Souls 1, especially with like the Throne of Went and Vendrick's dialogue, and that kind of probably gets tied back into like the Lords of Cinder and their thrones in this game. And then it comes back into desire and yearning as far as like the flame goes and like rapport spells. And so, I mean, some of that stuff was still present in Dark Souls 1, but I think Dark Souls 2 expands more like on the overall like arcing philosophy of the trilogy, whereas like Dark Souls 3 kind of refines it and makes it a bit more Eastern again. I haven't really played through Dark Souls 2, so maybe that game was plenty Eastern as well, but Dark Souls 3 really just kind of introduces the concept of Buddhism and Taoism back into Dark Souls, in my opinion. And then Brisson says, to quote, that you don't know, you consider Aldi's dialogue about the first sin of Gwyn to be pretty significant. Dark Souls 1 is pro-Firelinking, Dark Souls 2 gives you more of perspective that dark is true human nature. And yeah, I would agree with that, and I'm glad you brought that up with like the first sin, because that also ties into like the profaned flame and the profaned capital, and that whole concept of sin and curses. And then Colt says, I see, Brisson, you weren't a lore seeker when you played it, so you should give it a chance. Okay. So, these are the Black Flame spells, and pyromancy discovered by the Grave Wardens after High Lord Volnir fell to the Abyss. Creates a giant black flame in hand. Black flames born from the Abyss bear no shadow. They are said to be the impenetrable fires of humanity. So I talked about this before when we gave this to Cornix, I think, or maybe I just talked about it after Volnir. So when it says that the black flames born from the abyss bear no shadow, I think the term that they used is like they don't discriminate, kind of like that. The Japanese is a little bit hard to translate directly into English, but the way that I interpret its intended meaning would be like the black flames don't create disparity, which is why there are no shadows compared to like the normal flame of creating both light and shadow or light and dark, like the dark soul and all that. So yeah, that's why they're the flames of humans. So the Black Fire Orb is pyromancy discovered by Grave Wardens after High Lord Volnir fell to the abyss. Hurls a black fireball. The black flame inflicts dark damage, striking targets with weighty force. And so that was pretty similar with like Dark Souls 1, where I think the dark spells did physical damage and they described them as having weight. Is kind of an interesting idea. Something I might want to explore more as well. The idea of like how like weight and mass is related to like the Dark Souls and like dark spells, I guess. So going back to the chat. Bear seek lest. So we'll give her the Divine Tomes and then finish off with the Dark Sorceries. So the Deep Braille Divine Tome. Oh, did I already give all the light ones to Iria, or not Iria, Arena? Damn it, maybe I screwed up. Whatever.
Oh, is this a divine tome? What on earth are you thinking? I wouldn't go near a divine tome, or any so-called miracle. And casters of miracles are sure to steer clear of me. So please, don't torture me so. Ah, you. How could you? Oh. I know. I owe my life to you. Fine then. But just this once, I will tell you this tale. But do understand, it will be my first time. I'll have no sniggering should I err.
I guess it's kind of interesting that she can read Braille. Are her eyes messed up? Do you know that, Cole, or no? Maybe she can just naturally read it, or maybe it's like bilingual, I guess. I don't know if that's what you call like Braille, but yeah, I don't know if it's considered like a language or something. I don't know what else to call it. So okay, so you can give her some of those divine tomes as we've just seen. She's a bit resistant, but she's a good teacher nonetheless. We can still learn them from her.
Ah, you. How could you? Oh. I know. I owe my life to you. Fine then. But just this once, I will tell you this tale. I'll have no sniggering should I err.
I don't remember if I looked at those lines either. So, I mean, this isn't really too important, but when she says, I'll have no sniggering should I err, I think the Japanese is closer to, forgive me for taking it as child's play, so she doesn't really think highly of the dark spells at all, which shouldn't be too surprising, I guess. So I think we've already looked at all of these from Arena. I'm not too worried about them. Yeah. Maybe not this one? I know, I think we did. So it's interesting that we can't actually give her like the normal sorcery spells, but I guess like all of the dark ones are more affiliated with a. Is that intelligence? Yeah. Okay. With intelligence instead of like both intelligence and faith, or just one of them.
There is one thing that you should know.
So I think that's it for her and all the NPCs here for the most part. 'Cause I still do have all the sorcery spells and everything. Yeah. I guess I never gave Orbeck Logan stuff. Do I want to give them to him now? I don't think it'll change anything if I do. Just need to buy everything from him at one point, I think.
Oh, Champion of Ash, do you wish to hear a tale? You know, in my home of I will the terrible.
Okay, and we still do have the Divine Tome, so for whatever reason we can't give that one to Karla. Which is interesting stuff. Maybe I should just give everything to... No, I'll fight Karla first, then I'll reload, and then give all the things to the other NPCs. Maybe she just dies if we hit her.
You're a fickle one. And vicious.
Well, she's not wrong. We get some Karla's ashes, as well as her set. So let's go ahead and read those and see what else we can get from the Handmaiden. Because I don't think... Well, I guess she might be able to sell the spells and whatnot. Who knows? So, Umbral Ash of Karla, with this the Shrine Handmaid will prepare new items. The spurned child of the Abyss never dies, but phases in and out of its fringes. Only, there is no one to search for her any longer. I think I did look at this as well. I don't remember if there's anything super different. Oh, actually I have it right here. The unwanted child of the Abyss can never die. Sometime, somewhere, it said they will appear at the edge of the Abyss, and there's no longer anyone left who would look for them. So yeah, I don't know what that final line is supposed to be a reference to, with, like, nobody who would look for them. I would assume that's probably more of like a Dark Souls 2 reference. But yeah. I think the Handmaid will talk about like how warm the ash is, but that's just because I just killed somebody.
Oh, how gracious. And
I guess,
almost as if it...
Okay.
I'm...
Okay, so we do get all those spells from her. Which is kind of cool.
Ashen 1.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and reload, and then that'll pretty much be that. I don't know why I just did it like that. Okay. Remember to download. There we go. So Colt says she does have eyes. Wow, it's interesting where she learned Braille, though. I agree. And so Ramus says that a lot of Dark Souls 2 lore that it contributed for the future was behind the studies in regards to the cycles. It is the first time we actually find out about them in the universe. Okay. Ramus feels so bad when the NPCs dies. These posture corrections are clutch. Yeah, thank you. It's something that I get pretty bad about as well. Like, this chair isn't very ergonomic. And also I do have to like stay a little bit close to the mic. I guess that's a bit more of an excuse than anything. And so Ramus says that people think she's the daughter of Alva and Zuli. And so yeah, that's I guess a possibility. And so Blue Mew says she was the sister that her brother was mourning over in Dark Souls 1, though hinted she might not be dead. And Zachary Koenig, welcome to the stream. You said, same Ramus, you killed Eileen the Crow early on in a new Bloodborne run for weapons. It hurt your soul. Yeah, the real unfortunate thing about the Eileen murder is you still have to get like 30 or 40,000 blood echoes to do everything. And so if you kill her early, you can't even like use the weapon. So it's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't. I think like because of that, the best time to kill her is right after the fight with Henrik, but yeah. Talk to this jerk. Oh yeah, I always did it from over here, just because it looks cooler.
Back again, I see. I suppose this means you're after sorceries.
Blue Mew says she's the youngest daughter of Izalith. Interesting. Which one are you saying again? It would be the youngest daughter of Izalith? And I don't know what Ramus just did. Oh, that's weird. Moon 2, please no. Yeah, sorry about that. I'll have to like disable some of the Nightbot stuff. So forgive me for that. So we're going to give him the Logan scroll just to see what he says. Oh yeah, ceaseless discharge being the brother. So you guys think that Karla was the daughter of the Witch of Izalith? I don't think so, just because she's not referenced that way, and she's described as like the daughter of the dark or something along those lines. So it's more clear that she's supposed to be related to Manus and all of the sisters in Dark Souls 2 that were related to that. The cult says, as long as you have the chalice from the old Yhorm, the false death dungeons allow for 9 infinite echoes, so purchasing the Blades of Mercy are quite feasible early on. Yeah, I mean, yes and no, because, like, even still, you'd have to go through the blood-starved beast to unlock the chalices. I mean, not to say that's, like, not early enough, but it's just, like, if you kill Eileen in the sewers, there's just kind of, like, no point to it. Might as well just go through old Yhorm and then back up through the middle portion of Cathedral Ward to open the gate and unlock her. So yeah, we're gonna give him the Logan scroll because we didn't do that one. We'll probably just give him all of them. Screw it.
Oh my. You've made quite the discovery. This is a scroll of the prodigious Big Hat Logan, a masterful sorcerer, long missed in Vinheim. And now we have his scroll. Right here in my very hands. I don't mean to seem overbearing.
And this dude just doesn't care however long lost knowledge we give him, or however much long lost knowledge we give him.
Bring me knowledge in the form of scrolls detailing the secrets of sorcery. I hope you're not one to break a promise.
So I'll just give him both other sets for now.
Oh my. This is stupendous. And the undead legion of Farron possesses sorceries quite unknown. Thank you for upholding your end of the bargain. I doubt I ever would have made this discovery alone. Now, let us unravel the thing, so you may put these new sorceries to use. Oh my. Well, this is very unusual. It's from Irithyll, an ancient land of golden sorceries. Not even the Dragon School possesses such a long-lost scroll. What would the Xanthus scholars say with their ridiculous headwear? They would simply slaver over this find.
So that's that, and so we can look at his new sorceries. I don't remember which ones I should have looked at all the ones that we got from like the Logan scroll. So Homing Soul Mass, I'm pretty sure that's, yeah. Sorcery developed by Big Hat Logan. The great sorcerer who left the Dragon School in an age-long past releases a Homing Soul Mass. This sorcery may offer a clue as to what Logan sought, but further investigation suggests its attraction to living things mirrors the nature of the dark. And so, I think there's another spell. Oh, it's Homing Crystal Soul Mass. I don't remember if that's actually in this game. So it's like Homing Crystal Soul Mass, at least in Dark Souls 1, talks about like, its nature is close to the dark because the will is found there. I'm pretty sure that was in this one as well. But generally, like, the more that the spells infringe on darkness, the closer to life they themselves become, which is why they can start to home on other things, because they're attracted to life as a property of being alive themselves, is the way that I take it. And so that just kind of goes back to that idea of yearning within the fire and then yearning within darkness. So starting to sound like a little bit like a broken record, but that's okay. And so sorcery developed by Big Hat Logan, the great sorcerer who left the Dragon School in an age-long past. Fire is a soul spear. The spear boasts superior penetrating power and is testament to Logan's strength in battle. So I think we had that one. Oh no, maybe not. So yes, this is a weapon that what's his name, Leonhard can use, but other than that, pretty much it's just like another thing developed by Logan, I think, because this was part of the Logan scroll. So, attacks with the greatsword formed from souls. The ephemeral blade only exists as an extension of the caster, but its power is said to rival that of physical greatswords. Even the most obstinate magic purists may resort to this spell in times of crisis. So yeah, with Leonhard having this spell and it only being found in the Profaned capital because of the court sorcerer there, it leads me to believe that if Leonhard was a member of nobility or royalty, then he might have been related to the jailers and whatnot found in the Irithyll dungeon and the Profaned capital as well. So Zach Koenig says, yeah, we don't really see any sort of link between Manus and Izalith, so you don't see Karla as his daughter. And Bristan says, yeah, you don't think Karla would be so flexible with dark sorceries and miracles if she was a daughter of Izalith. You think they would have used her as the pyromancy vendor. And then Zach Koenig says, crystal scroll from the archives unlocks homing crystal soul mass. Okay, so there is another. Okay, thank you. Well, Blumew says, if the one sister did die, then she is Zoli. The part of having no longer needing to search for would have to refer to all of us searching for her if you read into that line another way, not referring to the one lost daughter of Izalith, which was probably the witch in Dark Souls 1, so you probably confused the two. Okay. So, yeah. I don't know if she's supposed to be Zoli the witch, just because I think you can still get invaded by Zoli in the DLC, if I remember. I might be misremembering that, but I'm pretty sure you can get invaded by Zoli. Okay, so I think that was everything. Great heavy soul arrow. No, I guess we've already looked at that. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it.
Come again.
We'll give Irina the spell, and then we'll give everything back to Karla and Cornix.
Oh, Chatty. Oh, you've not take what. Have a pleasant journey, I pray.
I guess I could give her all of the miracles for now and just not have her learn any of the dark ones, so she'll drop them later on. So yeah.
Champion of Ash, do you? Oh, what's this? Champion of only the little. Oh, champion of the little.
Okay.
Have a pleasant journey, I pray.
We'll give what we can to Karla and then to Cornix.
Ah, there you are. As I said, I am Karla, and am grateful to you. Now, what shall we do? The only thing that might interest you is my sorcery. Although my dark arts are a detestable sort. That wouldn't interest you, would it? You're a wicked one, aren't you? Very well. Humans are of the dark, and you are no different. Some may avert their eyes, but the truth remains the truth. Be careful, though. Few humans are privy to this knowledge. Let it be a secret, kept between you and I. Oh, a pyromancy tome, have we? Quelana, Witch of Izalith. Well, this is a fascinating pyromancy. Very well. If this is your wish, I will unravel the thing the best I can. Besides, it will be nice to play master for once.
So yeah, with her not necessarily already knowing pyromancy, that would be like even a further argument as to why she wouldn't necessarily have been a Witch of Izalith if she would have needed to like Quelana's tome to teach others. So, Ramus, I'm not going anywhere quite yet, so if you have to read, or if you have to leave, I hope you have a good day. But he said, 'twas a fun stream, always good to read the chat and watch the stream. So yeah, thank you for stopping in. So, my Nightbot did say that, it's been an hour, should we take a quick break? And that's just kind of a reminder for me to like potentially get more water or something if I need to. So yeah, sorry if that caused a little bit of confusion. I'm good for now, so I don't think we need a break. And my little furry friend seems sleepy and content enough, so we'll continue.
Oh, another pyromancy tome, have we? And one that resonates with the dark. Yes, well suited to me. I may be a heretical sorcerer, but you bring me nothing but pyromancies. Fiendish little lad, you. There is one thing that you should know. There is a darkness within man, and I am afraid you will peer into it. Whether the fear will spark self-reflection or a ruinous nostalgia is up to you entirely. Fear not. Your choice will bring you no scorn.
Okay, so that's pretty much that.
Do stay safe.
And then Cornix.
Yes. If you seek pyromancy tomes, take this sage advice. The lands of the lords converge upon Lorethrough. The home of pyromancy's drifts comparatively close as well. At least, that is what pyromancers of the Great Swamp believe. The place is called Irithyll. Oh, how I wish to behold a primal pyromancy. Well, these are old tales. No one knows where the truth begins or ends.
I feel like I missed that dialogue before, so that's a cool one. I do want to look at that one in Japanese because he talks about the convergence of the lands, and so yeah, okay. And Phobos, welcome to the stream. Andre, please stop clanging. Yeah, I did legitimately think about just killing him before talking to all the NPCs.
If you seek pyromancy at the well, I've never seen anything like this. This inscription. This tome is from the catacombs. Fascinating. On this day, the teacher learns alongside the pupil. Ah, you found a tome in the catacombs. This spell is akin to chaos. It may even serve as a link to Irithyll, home of pyromancies. Ah, what have we here? A pyromancy tome from Irithyll. Then you found the home of pyromancy. Brilliant! I will never curse being old and undead again. Now, show it here, quickly. Let us channel them together. The primal pyromancy is known only to old Master Salaman. Heed my words, unkindled one. Fear the fire. The home of pyromancy, Irithyll, was scorched by the very fire it created. Undoubtedly, it was a flame of chaos, tangled by a witch's hand. But who's to say that this bonfire's flame is any different? Heed my...
Okay, we've already looked at some of that stuff already. I don't remember if we gave him all of the books earlier. The Irithyll stuff would be the only real difference. I think Great Chaos Fire Orb. Yeah, we definitely read that. Okay.
Do not be gone.
We gave him all the books, we gave him all the books, we gave her all the books, and we gave her all the books. So that should be everything here, I hope. So let's check out the new fashion with the Karla pants. I think it's going to be the same. Where are they? It's actually not too bad. Go with that. Check out the hat again. feel like I kind of look like Lancelot from Monty Python and the Holy Grail a little bit with the hood on. Whatever. We'll just go with it. And go back to the Profaned capital finally, and we get to look at some really cool stuff. So Phobos says, all this stuff really makes you wonder how Elden Ring will handle magic. Ooh, yeah, I didn't even really think about that. It'll be interesting to learn more. So we haven't gone down this way yet. It's kind of a shortcut. I mean, not really. We're gonna go the other way around just to show off some of that area. I think that this way we're gonna go might actually be safer. I don't remember. But just for old time's sake, we're gonna try to kick the gargoyle again. We'll find more gargoyles to try it out on. Okay. Oh, duh. Still have this dumb thing equipped. I could have worn a much heavier helm. That's a lot more poise. We'll just deal with this for now, maybe. Oh, no, we're not. Yeah, so I guess that one's like the best against fire. Whatever. I don't think there's an item right here. Doesn't connect to anything. Interesting. It looks like these things are like artillery almost. I still have my binoculars out, because why would I ever remember to actually switch them out? Yeah, so that's really cool looking. The Phobos says, you assume I don't know, but back in Demon Souls, pyromancy was just part of sorcery, which is why you sometimes find references to both being one once in Dark Souls or that which teaches you both. Okay. Thank you. It's really weird what these things are. Okay, so that's just a death pit, I think. So maybe this way was the wrong way to go. It's all good. Pretty sure there is no like special wall over here either. I'm tempted to jump down just to see what's down there, but I'm pretty confident there's nothing. Okay, I'm just too tempted. It just pushed me off. That's exactly what I expected, but I wanted to know for sure. I wasn't embered, was I? No, I don't think so. Rip. Phobos says, the perplexing thing that was even back then, sorcery had a bunch of defensive spells that you'd wish were miracles, like better physical or fire defense or invisibility. Okay. Why'd I go this way? Need to use the other ladder. So yeah, coming up to this next area, we do get the Profaned Capital. It's one of my favorite areas. I still think I forgot to, yeah, Because why would I ever remember to re-equip my flasks? So we get the Profaned Flame, like literally right there. I guess that is supposed to be the bona fide Profaned Flame. And that'll just kind of like fly out of its basin and attack us, even if you kill all of the little court sorcerers surrounding it, or the oracles, or whatever they're supposed to be called. And as we see, there are like a bunch more gargoyle enemies just chilling, waiting to get us. So normally you can just kind of like YOLO run past everything. We're not going to do that quite yet the first time, although, I mean, I might do it somewhat. I thought I saw a lizard. Maybe it's just the lighting. Must have been. That's where we came from, over there, obviously. So we can choose to go forward, like through, oof. So it does kind of like home in on us, which is super cool. Ow. Okay, that's the footage we needed. I rolled a little bit too slow, aka not at all. Oni Slayer, great arrow. I should actually look at that just because it's kind of cool. Ow. Damn thing. Guard soul of a wary warrior. Pretty sure we can climb back up here. Yeah, okay, there's stairs. Okay. Yeah, so there's nothing else like up here quite yet. I mean, it all just kind of connects again later. So I'm going to go in through the front way and probably regret that decision. But it's still cool to do. The Oni Slayer Great Bow. Okay, so sweet. More incentive to look at the arrows. We can drop down there. Continue to drop down here. Ow. I think these gargoyle statues do come to life. Oh, that one actually has a head finally. So we do finally get to see what the heads of these things look like. So yeah, definitely don't look like the kinds of angels that are on like the rusted coins and whatnot. So they're patrolling right now. So Colt says, take a ride off the bridge for the Great Bow description. Thank you. And so, not sure if it's interesting, but just a reminder. Yeah, no problem. I appreciate it. And then Mortis says, this bridge with the gargoyles reminds you of the second part of Latria. Get bonked. So these ones aren't as dangerous as the witches, or not witches, but like the court sorcerers in the dungeon, because they don't like mess with the max HP, but they can like use the kind of like profane flame style pyromancies. I think that it'll home in a little bit, yeah. And since they have glowing eyes, I don't know if that's probably part of the masks or something else. So maybe it just shows like the profane flame was taking over parts of their bodies, or their wills, or whatever you want to call it. So I don't remember if the profane flame will just start like flying back towards us when we're down here. I feel like you could get close to it and be safe, but I might be misremembering there. I thought the gargoyles came alive as well. More rusted coins. There's a lot of those in this area. Okay. So now that I have a feeling that we're safe, we're gonna go ahead and look at the bow and the arrows. Oh, I did pick up the soldering iron. I forgot. Okay, so actually I'll equip that. Just so we could look at the brand again. So it is somewhat reminiscent of like the Hunter's Mark, but it is a little bit different. More like a peace sign, which is definitely not what it is. Or like the Anarchist A. Yeah, I forgot just how good the drops were for this character. Okay. Okay. And so Mortis said that the bridge reminded you of the second part of Latria, and that you think it's safe to say that the Irithyll dungeon and the Profaned Capital are massive references to Latria from Demon Souls. Heck, they both have swamps too. And Colt said, did I look at the ladder maker at the Profaned Capital bonfire? Yeah, we did. Because you get an item from it as soon as you come into the area. So thank you for reminding me. And then Mortis says, wow, playing Demon Souls has really opened your eyes. Ah, yeah, the Laddersmith of Gilligan's corpse is there. Yeah. So maybe one day I'll get a PS5 if they're ever available, and I'll get to be able to play Demon Souls. But for now, we're just kind of screwed. We're a pleb. Can't afford to have fun. But yeah, this might be the Lord Vessel from Dark Souls 1, and it looks like we've got one of the Oracle Court Sorcerer things over here. They seem to be tending to it, which is a bit weird because it is kind of like self-sustaining. So like we could mess with this and it's not really going to do anything. There's a bunch more of these things inside, so I'm not too worried about it. Maybe we'll get a little bit lucky and be able to read an item that they have. So yeah, it's kind of interesting that like it has the figures of men underneath it, and so that might be related to like the Profaned Flame's relation to man, or like man being literally at the root or the basis of the Flame's foundations. So the super dangerous Profaned Flame isn't super dangerous when you're like close to it. And so if we do go back up to the beginning, even without the oracles here, it will still shoot at us, which is really cool. So, Kerm the Derm, welcome back to the stream. You said good afternoon. Am I going to do the cheese, or am I going to fight him straight? The answer is yes, both. And so Phobo says, huh, yeah, Latria does start as a dungeon, then a bridge with a bunch of gargoyles. Never thought about that. Okay. So yeah, it's really cool that when we come into this area, we see... Damn it. We see that it is filled with like a bunch of treasures, literally. And they're kind of useless. They're just discarded around. And looking up in the distance, we get some of the gargoyles that will aggro against us and attack us. I guess that one has a staff, whereas the other ones didn't. Or some of the other ones didn't. Wow. That is ridiculous looking. I can't believe kicking their wing works. It looks so goofy. I mean, I probably did that in my first playthrough, but just forgot. Now that I've burned this into my memory, I'm probably never going to forget it. That was a brilliant backstab attempt. So yeah, that's this half. I think there was a treasure chest, or is it on the ground? Like mimics in this area. I think it might be by all the other women. Which is really funny because you go through all the trouble of like fighting all of this bullshit and then you just get eaten by mimic because you let down your guard. I've seen it happen to people before. One of the funniest things to really happen on a Dark Souls 3 run. So Phobos says, you wonder if the Profaned Flame might be related to the Black Flame spell in Dark Souls 1. Yeah, that's one of the weird things, because we still do get the Black Flame, and that's associated with Volnir and his crap. But it does seem to be separate from these ones. We get another gargoyle. Oof, I got lucky there. Okay. So yeah, Kerm says mimics on the other side. Yeah, so you deal with the gargoyle dude, you deal with this cluster of women, and you're just like, hell yes, I dealt with all that shit, time to get my treasure. And then you just get eaten by a mimic. Oof. More rusted coins. Okay. Oh, and so there's 2 chests. Yeah, even better. So, you guys always say it's the chain which tells it apart, so it's the one on the left. So what's really the difference? I guess this one's kind of covered up, so it's a little harder to tell. Guess it's longer, and maybe it sticks out a bit more? Wait, is this one breathing too? Oh, there's 2 mimics. Okay. even more diabolical than I remembered. Oh my god. This might be a bad idea. Oh yeah, that was a bad idea. Oh, I didn't do it. Run away. Run away. Oh god, they're so fast. Don't soccer kick me. If I remember correctly... Oh, damn it. One of the kicks that they have is actually taken from like a Japanese pro wrestler. It was like the tiger kick? Something like that. I remember seeing an article about that like a really long time ago. But that's fine that the mimics just killed me. I wanted to refresh the vials anyway. And so we'll just kind of like run through quickly here. And then I'll save Scum before dealing with Yhorm and summon our onion friend for that. Looks good. If I remember correctly, this one can't get in this door over here. I'm not going to worry about him. Okay. A decent amount of health left. Oh lord, what have you unleashed? Phobos says, to be fair, Latria is like one of the most reused areas in the series. Like, you'd say it's the 3rd most one after the Valley and Boletaria, but what they do is extremely blatant. I should have gone after this guy first. Ow. Oh, that's not good. I didn't want to aggro like 4 women at once. other than the ones outside. This is becoming an ordeal now. Oh, I guess that must have been a different one, because I thought that only took one hit. Okay, that was weird. Ow. So let's not be such a jackass about it this time and only do one at a time. Oh, damn it. Speaking of not trying to be a jackass. The grab is always terrifying. Okay. So we get the Great Shield of Glory, which is super cool. Oh, I didn't read the arrows. So this one is probably a real chest. I can't see its chain to tell. Or is it the mimics that... No, I guess this does have a chain. Whatever. An ember. Oh, that's nice. Definitely use that. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Oof. I guess I staggered it. We get the rusted gold coin, and then I'll go ahead and ember up that we just picked up. And then we'll do the Solaire cheese after I save scum. Or not Solaire, wow. The Siegfried cheese right after I save scum. So I might just go ahead and kill those court sorcerers outside for that. Alright. So this will be good enough, even if I'm not at full HP. Did I not finish all of his quest? No, we talked to him in the place. And he left, so he should be around here, I think. Maybe it's just closer to the thing. Okay. So Cypher K, welcome back to the stream. You said this level is too short. You wish there was more to do in the Profaned Capital, to be honest. Yeah, I agree. Especially like if you don't do the stuff with the hand demons. It is really, really short. Although maybe it just partially, it seems that way because of the placement of the bonfire, and it's more of a circle rather than like going deep into it. But I do feel the same way. We're gonna upload this one. And so Mortis says, true Phobos, now that you think about it, part in Lorethrough Castles right before the Twin Princess is literally ripped straight from 1 to 3 of Demon Souls. Okay. Zachary Koenig says, yeah, this area felt like the one that was the most heavily cut or unfinished. Could have done a lot more interesting things with the nature of the Profaned Flame and the people of the capital. Yeah, I feel like the Profaned Capital and Sullivan and Aldrich are all kind of unfinished to a certain extent. But of the 3, Aldrich is maybe like the most developed in the game. Kind of? I don't know, it's a bit weird. So Mortis says, this really is a true love letter to all of the Souls games. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. And Phobo says, it's weird because all of these folks have nothing to do with pyromancers, right? Yeah, I think so. The court pyromancers might have, but they were probably sorcerers before everything happened, so yeah, they shouldn't be. And then Figley says, you love the way that mimics can kick you up the hole. And Phobo says, you never made the connection, but the witches being related to the fire might be taken from goddesses of the hearth like Hestia and Roman mythology. And Kerm asks, LP, did I do the Smoldering Lake? Yes, we already did the Smoldering Lake before coming through Irithyll. Hestia started as Greek. Okay. And Cypher K says, it's such an intriguing area with an interesting story. I guess you're just desperate to see more of it. Yeah, I understand the feeling for sure. So that was that. And so, where is the stamp summon sign? Thought it was like right outside of here. Oh, maybe I need to talk to him again in Irithyll? No, because he went to the dungeons. Where is our glorious fat man? There's too many layers to this onion we need to unpeel. Oh, there's a cutscene that does it? Okay, yeah, I totally forgot. So, I mean, this is Fextra, and I don't trust it as far as I can throw it. So, it says, after saving him from his cell, enter the fog wall will lead to Yhorm the Giant. A cutscene will trigger with Sigurd walking alongside the player into the boss arena. He will not join you in the fight with Yhorm if I skip the encounter with him, but I can still get the slab at the end. The only requirement is that we save him from the well. Okay, so I guess we're just going to go in. And so, okay, so Mortis says it. Okay, so just a little chat lag, I guess. So thank you for the clarification. Is there a way that we can have him mess with Yhorm before all this? Or, like, not fight Yhorm? Did I screw it up? Can I just let Yhorm kill him and then come fight Yhorm after the fact? Because for those who don't know,
Yhorm, old friend.
Sigurd makes it trivial.
Siegfried of the Knights of Katarina have come to uphold my promise. Let the sun shine upon this Lord of Cinder.
So we do see that Yhorm is still embered up. I guess he actually has a face, which is cool and different. But this dude doesn't give a shit about me. Or about Sigurd. Oh, and I forgot to read the shield that we picked up. Oh, he killed him quick. Okay, that's cool. I think you can save him. But this time, we'll try to mano-y-mano this damn giant. Oh, a whiff. Ow. Oh no, I don't need my binoculars anymore. Little of a camera boss fight, I guess. That's cool. That's cool. In between the legs. Oof. Finally hit his head. Maybe I should back up just to see if he does something different. I don't know if that damages me. Oh, that does. Okay. So that's cool. I'll give him a try again, just without Sigurd. And then I'll save scum it to do the Sigurd stuff and keep him alive. Yeah, that wasn't as bad as I was expecting. I guess, I mean, I never really knew what to expect, just because every time I did it, I ended up doing it with Sigurd, I think. And so the Storm Ruler really does make the fight kind of a joke. Just because you guys saw it, like, stun him before. So, okay, now that we're not getting hit by that, Onion Bro, watch Sigurd kill him. Yhorm is so handsome, he dead. F. Yeah, you can save him, then after the post-fight dialogue, reload the area to get the armor. My nonchalant tone when he died was hilarious. Some say he died, but you think he left to go live out the rest of his days in peace. Maybe if we didn't see Yhorm turn him into jelly before the fight, or during the fight. Yeah, part of me was thinking just for a little second that Yhorm might have been able to just solo him. Should have been really funny, actually, but yeah. Phobo says, man, this is such a cool looking boss. Yeah, I really like the Yhorm boss dude, but just like, if you do it with Sigurd, it becomes really trivial, unfortunately. So we'll Ember up again, just for the hell of it. Keep all of our vials. The only thing that sucks about this fight is most of the fight you're just fighting a pair of legs, and then once in a while a sword comes in. Yeah, a camera, giant boss. If they could, like, make a fight where it turned out super well like that, oh man, it'd be so cool. Ow. Yeah, his boss arena is super cool too. Hit his knee. I want to hit his face. Whiff. Expected that much. One between the legs. Dancing. Oh, even shielded. No, I guess I stayed on my feet a little bit. I didn't know what he was doing. That one was different because I backed up. Oof, I thought I whiffed that. That was bad. Yeah, so this is pretty formulaic. A little bit less cool than I was hoping it'd be. Oh, I whiffed. As I died to that. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I'm not too worried about soloing them. I mean, I might just do it just because I said I would, but yeah, I'm not too worried about it anymore. Yeah, I guess I'll be stubborn and just stick with my guns and just do it. So, catching up with some of the chat. And Faley says, nah, Sigurd wouldn't back down from his duty. And then Kerm Derm says, the only thing that sucks about this fight is the most of the fight. Oh yeah, I read that one earlier. This fight has so many Demon Souls references. Sigurd. Death quote for sure. Storm Ruler is OP for Yhorm, yeah. And Michael Dunkson, welcome to the stream. I don't believe I've seen you here before, so yeah, welcome in. Mortis says, this area being a Latria reference, the Storm Ruler being the Storm Ruler, and Sigurd literally pulling a Bior and helping you during Yhorm. And Phobos says, you can totally see it being the tutorial boss, though. Like, it feels like it would have been better than Gundyr. I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends how... Like, they could have tuned Gundyr to be stronger. I mean, they did that later on. So, I mean, you might be right. Yhorm wouldn't be a terrible first boss. He is kind of similar to, like, the Asylum Demon in Dark Souls 1. Or is it the Asylum Demon that you fight first? The Demon of the Undead Asylum. Yeah, I think that's it. I was confused with that one and the one down below. In there. So Phobos says, people often say Gundyr is intended to prepare you for the rest of the game, but to you he was always too much for a new player. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like, you're not wrong, especially with like the Pus of Man portion. Yeah, that part can be a bit tough, especially if you don't know like the fire weakness. Nymphaly says the soundtrack is great too. It'd be the perfect introduction, and you rarely get something as aggressive as him. Gundyr was easy for you. You thought he was a great tutorial boss. You like Gundyr because it sets expectations properly. Now you want to play Demon Souls. Maybe a more developed tutorial area with mini bosses would help. Yeah, so the tutorial area in this game is really pretty straightforward and small. Oh, okay. Don't follow that one up. Oh, okay, I've got that on. That's not good. Okay, there we go. Ah. Got a little bit lucky there. That time not so lucky. Oh, that caught me. This dude's got a lot of health. Oof. I feel like a kid waiting on the ride to Disney World. It's like, are we there yet? He almost caught me. Oh, that was dumb. I was gonna say he almost caught me again with the same thing. Oh. I thought that was it. I feel like the Joker trying to kill Batman. It's like, why won't you just die? Is this only second phase? What the fuck? Looks like some mistakes were made. I forgot he had a phase. Oof. Oof, that was bad on my part. Oof, that's not cool. Camera, please. Just die! Oh, that's a bad roll. Damn it. Okay, oh my god, this dude has so much HP. Sorry, chat, let us all down. Oof. Damn it, why do you have to have a second phase? Now I actually want to kill him. Not that I didn't before, but it's just super long. Where were we? And you rarely get something as aggressive as him. Gundyr was easy for you. Okay, I read that one. Okay. Goddess Baguette says optional, of course. When you're talking about the tutorial areas. That was pretty much where I ended off before, and so Colt was so proud of your best friend when you finally mustered the courage to play Dark Souls 3 and beat Gundyr? Okay. So when he finally decided to play, I figured that's what you meant. Oof. So, Phobos says, you mean after the next boss is Vort and then the Greatwood? Feels similar to Gascoigne, where you don't fight anything similar until like Logarius. Yeah. I feel like Vort is more of like kind of a better intro boss than Gundyr though. Okay, here we go. Now I might just get reckless. Ooh. He stomped so hard it broke my sound for a second. A little bit too reckless. Okay, yeah, way too reckless. Ascension, you gave me some money? Okay. No, okay, you joined the channel. Thank you very much. So yeah, now you have some access to those emotes. I hope you enjoy them. And thank you again for being so supportive with everything. And Tanner, welcome back to the stream. You said, good afternoon to all your dudes. How's everyone doing today? We're doing pretty well. We're fighting Yhorm, which is taking way more time than I thought. Yeah, I was expecting it to kind of be like a one-shot or a two-shot type deal. I mean, I've died just a few times, but it's just, he has so much health that it's a little bit tedious. Which, I mean, is kind of what I expected, but damn, this is annoying. I totally understand how someone spent 45 minutes trying to shield bash him to death. I feel like I need to upgrade my weapon even though like it does like a ton of damage already. Maybe it's broken? That would be something. Shouldn't be. Yeah, I'm at 100, okay. So Otako Fedito, welcome back to the stream. You said Yhorm's OST gives you goosebumps. And Nphali says you might as well go make some tea. Yeah, this might take a minute. Oh, he is immune to fire damage? Holy shit. Yeah, that's some good information. Thank you, Red. And welcome back to the stream. So, Phobo says, it's really strange that he doesn't have stagger points on his legs like the way Bloodborne bosses do. You'd almost say that they took them out. I think they probably took them out just because if they had those in addition to the Storm Ruler, there's like hardly any way you could have an easier boss. So, I mean, the Storm Ruler obviously makes it like super easy, but I don't feel like doing that. I mean, I might do it eventually because it's so tedious at this point. Grim says, don't bring Headless Ape up. He still gives you terror sometimes. Oof. Without the sword, this fight is a snooze. Yeah. I mean, phase 2 is cool. It's just a ton of health to get through. And so I might have also, like, unwittingly prolonged it with the resin. I'm out of stamina. Oh, he killed me. Okay. I guess I'll Ember up just for that extra bit of HP again. And is he weak to darkness then? Because I might just imbue myself with that. I mean, I'd be a little bit surprised if he was, but I guess I also wouldn't be. Human pine resin. So it's far easier to do Yhorm with spells blasting. Oh shit. Speaking of being blasted in the head with spells, setting up a parry and then riposting. Okay. Yhorm's attacks are kind of like the Vanguard, the tutorial boss from Demon Souls. You wonder if you're supposed to lose against him too. Okay. So now we're catching back up. Mortis says, normally would put this in the Discord, but we'll put it here since everyone's here. Anyone want to help him kill New Game Plus 2 Ludwig? Oh, let's scroll back up. And then Cypher K says, Yhorm is in such a weird place. Too short of a fight with Storm Ruler, too long of it without. Yeah. So I guess they should have nerfed the Storm Ruler, because it's really only, like, ridiculously OP against him, but not so much in the other places. Ow. This is one hell of a run-up. Fight out of gravity. They just kind of fit the theme of the run so far. Nightbot asks, it's been an hour, should we take a quick break? No, I think we can continue for a little bit. Although I think the dog is starting to bother me. I might want to use these things as well. Okay. Colt says he's really not that long if you have spells or hit his head and set up riposte. Okay. Agreed, you've always felt like From expect you to use the sword. Yeah. And then Brisson says, yeah, in your opinion, they should have had a phase 1 without the Storm Ruler and a phase 2 to finish him off with it so that you could actually appreciate fighting him. Yeah, that would have been an interesting way too, to also have like maybe Sigurd show up in the middle of the fight. Because they do that from time to time with like Eileen and Henrik. This jerk. That's weird. Ooh, that's not cool. Wow, I'm just having a rough time of it right now. I thought that was gonna kill me. What? That was messed up. Okay. Alright. I'll play it more seriously this time. So Ascension said you had no idea you had an subjet. Yeah, I appreciate it. So thanks again. Just paying attention to work instead of stream like a loser. No, that's fine. And then Mortis says, how the hell do you add friends on PS5? I don't know. I'm a PlayStation 4 plebeian right now. You've ascended beyond my knowledge. KB Abysswalker, he said, Protagonist Sensei, what's my favorite Soulsborne game? I think it should be pretty obvious that it's Bloodborne with as much as I've like looked into its lore and whatnot. I do like the speed of the combat as well as like the rally system kind of like feeding into that. It just feels really good. I mean, I think mechanically Dark Souls 3 would be my favorite if it did have like a better rally system, but yeah. I tend to prefer the aesthetics of Bloodborne, like the Victorian Gothic setting, I guess. And Victorious FIG, welcome back to the stream. He said, what's all this ballyhoo? This is me trying to be stubborn and fight Yhorm mano a mano without the Storm Ruler. So and just kind of crashing against him because it's a slow, tedious fight, and I get impatient, really. So... yeah, clients be getting crazy when the weather gets warm to keep you busy. Actually, let me turn down the volume. This thing is super loud. Damn it. Did I ember up? I don't remember. Either way, like, I'll reload the save anyway. That's not the biggest deal. Okay, so I guess that time I wasn't as serious as I should have been. I'll buff up as I enter and stop looking at chat. Not that I'm blaming you guys, like, that's totally me there. Sometimes you have a rough day. As Sam Elliott once said, some days you eat the bear, some days the bear eats you. Well, unfortunately, when the bear does eat you, that is a little bit GG. I know, like, that's not what the metaphor is going for, but... So, God of Spaghetti says that Soulsborne games are constantly trying new things, so even the weaker fights are still really interesting. Yeah, I agree with you for the most part there. Oof. Okay. So KB says, good choice. You absolutely love Bloodborne. You think it's a perfect game and the lore is amazing. Despite that, I mean, I wouldn't say it's like a perfect game either. Like, it does have a few issues with like not being able to respec or, yeah, deal with that kind of aspect of things. But it is a really good game for what it is. And Fobo says, so LP, there's a thing in my Bloodborne videos really cleared up for you. You see, you've always been pretty hung up over the stuff like the elemental damage, since these games do a pretty good job at explaining it. Okay, so with Bloodborne, you always had a big question, what the hell is blood damage? So yeah, that's kind of hard to describe, and then I'll try to say it while I'm fighting him. So, with the blood damage, yeah, I don't exactly know myself, because we know that like the blood is related to the arcane in some ways, but it is separate from blood, or from arcane damage. We could say that it's related to the impurities, because the more impure the blood becomes, the more it becomes like closer to the nature of those in Cainhurst. And then the people of Cainhurst used weapons like the Chikage. So there is that kind of affinity between like those impurities and their blood style damage. Did I get hit from that? That was weird. Oh yeah, I'm actually like recovering faster. Then I wouldn't need the ring, I think. I don't think it actually like goes faster. I get knocked down, I get up again. No, bad time, bad time. Ugh. Outsmarted myself. I whiffed. Yeah, I wish I had like my screen a bit closer so I could like read chat better as I was playing. Oh, that hurt. Oof. So phase 2, or we just stagger him? I don't know. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I was too greedy. Oh my god, why did I do that? Oh, I wasn't full HP. Okay, so I think I'll just go HUD on until we get to phase 2 again. Ugh. Crashing against Yhorm. Not hard, just tedious. Okay, so my dog wants to go out. I will catch up with you guys and then let her out and go AFK for a moment just to take care of that. So, where were we? So Phobos says the game says blood is used to reinforce stuff, but it doesn't exactly say what it does. So hopefully I did clear that up a little bit. I mean, it's not like the most satisfying answer I know. But yeah, the basic idea I have is like the impurities within the blood are what cause the blood tinge damage and blood damage in general. So Phobos said, yeah, I had some idea like it being poisonous or acting like cutting blood gems, but nothing was really substantial. Yeah, that's another possibility. And like when we look at Queen Yhorm, she has rapid poisoning damage. And some of the Thumerians have slow poison damage, but for whatever reason, the blood damage is regarded as being separate, so there is some difference between them. And then Tanner says, it may have something to do with blood containing the wills of the dead, adds to the power of the weapon. And that's another possibility as well. Like, your blood might have more of your own, like, force, vital power within it, your life power, and so that could be related to the impurities, because that's kind of where those two concepts are interconnected. So Phobos says, until someone pointed out that the gems and bloodstones also did more or less the same, which calmed you down a bit, but it didn't give you an answer. Abysswalker says maybe it has something to do with iron in the blood. And then Kerm says, lol, a spy you say, you work at a desk. Blood damage is the best damage stat, and Bloodborne, nothing resists it. There is a little bit of resistance on the player's end, but yeah, like going through, not a lot can resist it. But by the same token, there's only like 4 or 5 viable weapons that even use blood tinge, so it's kind of hard to make it work unless you know what you're doing. So Phobos says, until you found my videos and finally clicked that it was literally just like souls, i.e. that it represented the will. Obviously that sounds weird when you think about it, since it's just blood. So yeah, okay. Agreed, Phobos, you thought it was literal blood infusions for a while, but if you think about it in a more fantastical way, like what fires in Dark Souls or the magical qualities folklore associates with certain things, it's more palatable. And then Kerm says, you got your Chikage up to 99, or Chikage build, and Bowblade, crazy amount of damage with 99 blood. Okay. The Abysswalker says, you have to go now. You're modded in a different stream and your boss has started streaming. Okay, thank you for stepping in. I'm assuming you're already gone by this point. But yeah, thank you again, and hope you have a good day, Abysswalker. Phobos says, besides, it makes sense in a Shintoist way with it being sort of impurity, both physical and spiritual. And you think that's more or less it. Yeah, okay. So you guess what you wanted to say is thanks. Oh yeah, no problem. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the videos. And Colt says, tinge is a modifying property, that which gives the blood more strength. We can assume this refers to echoes, but these wills can be used to increase more than just blood tinge. You see blood tinge as blood cell count. And then Phobos says, you dig that. Sekiro really helped you look at the games and their mechanics more in the context of the world. Okay. Oh, so he is resistant against dark? Oh, rip. Okay, so yeah, I guess I'll just use the big ol' physical damage. This is what I get for not actually preparing for these fights. So yeah, thanks again for letting me know that. Because I was definitely hitting him with those builds, or those damages. And then Boba says, yeah, Sekiro becomes a lot more interesting once you start treating it with more of a Buddhist sort of framework. Yeah. Buddhist and Shintoist. Obviously, like, Buddhism is a bit different in, like, the Japanese sense if you're, like, looking at, like, Shingon or Tendai. And, yeah. Compared to more contemporary styles of Buddhism and all that. So, why is he resistant against fire and dark? How does a pyro beat this? How does a pyro fight this boss? Probably with, like, the Storm Ruler and working with Siegbert. But, I mean, it makes sense if the Profaned Coal, or Profaned Flame and whatnot is similar in nature to both dark and fire. I guess that makes sense. So, like I said before the fight, it wouldn't surprise me if he was resistant against dark, but yeah. Okay. And Red says, with difficulty, you're the Storm Ruler. Okay. And Spaghetti says, you do magic only these runs, and you just use the sword. I'll want lightning damage? Okay. That's what I thought. But I don't know why I didn't trust myself on that. Okay, thank you, Red. Alright, so I will go ahead and let the dog out, so that'll be about a 3 or 4 minute break. And so I hope to see you guys when we get back. Be right back. Alright, now we're back. Sorry for the break. And I'll go ahead and turn the HUD on just to see how damn long it'll take, at least until we get to phase 2. Holy crap, I've got a lot of HP. Okay. Pyromancers versus Yhorm is a Charmander versus Brock problem. Wow, it's really different playing with the HUD on after playing with it off for so long. It seems to like take up so much space, which is probably good, because you don't really like have to look so closely what you're doing. Oh my god. That did no damage. Oh, that's barely a buff. This is awkward. Keep getting stuck on his foot there. That wasn't good. That did not roll in time. Well, despite doing no damage, it still feels like I'm actually making progress with being able to see the health bar, I guess, a little bit. Gives me a little bit more focused, maybe. Oh, he has two different lock-on points. Okay, I don't think I realized that. Can't hit that one. I wonder if I could fish for the head thing. Okay, but that did a decent amount of damage, I think. Yeah, definitely. Shouldn't have double swung there, though. Oh my goodness. Oh, I whiffed it. Damn it. Tried to jump. Oh, no, no, no. Ow. Oh, I should have kept shielding. I don't know how much damage that dealt. I should probably heal, but I don't want to. Oof, bad roll. I'm gonna run out of healing items soon. Oh, that doesn't damage me? Okay, shit. That changes everything. Okay, I was just panicking for nothing. I thought this dude was kicking my ass. Oh, that was a bad roll, but it worked. Damn it. Lost the lock on. Come on, Yhorm. Go. Oh, that was a good one to punish. I kicked him. Is that it? Hopefully this is. Please die. Oh, I thought it was gonna be so cool. This is taking forever. Come on, just die. Whiff. Damn it. Oh, that's not cool. That's not cool. Fuck, I knew it. Damn it, shit. I don't even know how close that was. I mean, I assumed it was like, I thought I was going to kill him like 6 times. So annoying. Alright, so we got enough footage. I'll actually turn on the HUD at least until he's like super low again. But not even in phase 2. Oh, that's gutting. Well, that was a good attempt, though. So, sorry for how long those fights are taking. So, what'd y'all say? Black flames are waiting, cause physical damage. Occult's pyro never had difficulty fighting Yhorm. Dark pyromancies are physical damage, if you remember correctly, not dark damage. Correct you if you're wrong. And the doll may convert the wills of others into your own will, and as such you can allocate those wills to anything. You have over 20 million blood echoes, and your blood level 155, but only 5 blood tinge. Weak blood, strong will. Okay. And Saturn, I thought you were in here earlier, but yeah. Nice to have everybody here again. I don't know, you guys do seem to be gluttons for my punishment, so... Well, I get a little bit frustrated at this stuff from time to time. Like, I didn't expect to spend nearly this much time on Yhorm, but it's okay. Colt says, think of art. It is not the canvas nor the paint that has power, but it carries and conveys the will of the painter. Much is the same as blood. It holds the power, but what is truly powerful is the will. And then Professor Gomez, welcome in. You said greetings to all. Sorry for being late to the stream. Oh, it's fine. You're just missing me crash against the Yhorm for a while. Thought I saw the... Oh, it's way over there by his feet. That's what I get for that. Oh my goodness, okay. Yes, you like to explain it as the composition of their blood, the constituents/components of the blood. Scientifically speaking, their blood cell count, which may be why bone marrow ash works. You don't know this, I don't think, but bone marrow ash is a kind of old-timey combustible. So if you ever had like bones at like a campfire or anything like that, and you threw it onto the fire, after a while they like start like crackling and like sparking a little bit as the like bone like cracks open. That's because of the bone marrow within it combusting the way that it does. So that's sort of a justification why like the bone marrow ash could be a thing, because I guess like I don't exactly know how like what the firearms in Bloodborne use to fire the bullets. Like they must have like some gunpowder of some kind, but maybe it's not like as effective of what we have in the real world, or it could just be a product of them being like an antique style weapon and not really being well suited for it. So Nymphales, your ass was clenched so hard. And then you guys are talking about the bloodstones to see like how they fit into everything, and Colt doesn't know either. You'd be interested to look at the Korean and the Japanese. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like one of the things where I would assume like the product of the bloodstones themselves are probably related to like the nightmares or something like that, just because we see them in the Wandering Madnesses, or the Wandering Nightmares as they're called. That was a mistake. Okay. Rift. Ow. Oh, I got lucky there. That one not so lucky. Damn it. Okay, that was just a bad roll on my part. Okay, whatever. So Colt says, after death, a substance crystallizes, a substance in the blood hardens, and that which does not crystallize is called a bloodstone. So essentially the crystals are like the blood gems, and then the things which aren't crystals, but probably still hard, are called blood rocks. But to be fair, like they do call, at least ritual blood, incoagulable. I don't think there's supposed to be a difference really between the ritual blood and the cold blood. So, I would also assume that like cold blood is incoagulable, which is why it's cold blood. It doesn't clot in cold temperatures of cold bodies. But yeah, the bloodstones are definitely weird. Obviously, there's like no real life equivalents to those. I don't think this will matter. Should have rolled back. Or just stepped back. Wasn't trying to kick, but okay. Screwed that up a little bit. Oh, that's my chance. This is my chance. Oh yeah, that did so much damage. I'm surprised that didn't kill him the first time that we, like, did it. Oh, I actually need to play better. What am I doing? Oh my god, that was not playing better. Yeah, so this kind of fight, probably a little bit obviously at this point, is my weakness, where you just kind of have to keep redoing the same thing over and over, which seems a little bit counterintuitive, just because, like, if he's doing the same thing over and over, just do it. I don't know. I tend to get distracted in situations like that, though. Like, as soon as I got the riposte off, I just stopped focusing. Alright, so, Boba says, Orphan's placenta weapon does have the same growths as cursed gems. I think that the growths on the cursed gems could potentially be eyes, but I'm not entirely, like, comfortable saying that for sure, though. Colt says you've noticed that too. It appears to be a cursed burial blade, which fits with Orphan's cry matching Garen's. I personally don't think it's the burial blade. Like, there are a lot of differences, but I do understand why people feel that way as well. Brisson says the helix-like shape of the bloodstones to use suggests that they're using some sort of organic process to channel the power of blood echoes, or something along those lines, like DNA double helixes. And then Phobo says it's kind of just an axe with a longer blade. Colt says totally looks curved like the blade of the burial blade, although it has more of a curve, but it could be warped due to the nurse/nightmare distortion. Yhorm ripped off the blade of a giant paper cutter and said, "This works." Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. It'd be cool if there was an enemy that grew bloodstones on its body like coagulated blood, sort of like crystal lizards. And then a substance in the blood hardens calcium, which may explain why wandering nightmare/madness is her bones. I mean, I feel like that's going a bit too far into trying to describe it, because, like, we don't have walking piles of skulls in real life. Like, not to say that calcium couldn't be the answer, but that was weird. Annoying. Did I ember up? I don't remember if I did. Shit. The menu screwed me up. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Just need to focus again. I don't even remember if I picked up my souls last time. Right. If I'm at 0, I just lost out on 43,000, at least on this run, which won't matter. Yeah, okay, I definitely goofed. Oh wow, that did no damage that time. Like, at this point, I should really just, like, bait out the stupid head attack. Oh, that's a bad spot to be. Okay, you didn't follow that up. Oh, that's the move I needed to bait out, and I didn't. Go. Yeah, 4,000 damage does nothing to him. I mean, obviously did some damage, but... it buffered it. I wasn't trying to heal like that. I thought I was going to miss that one. Oi, oi, oi. You got this. Set those headshot shots when he slams it. Yeah. Oh, the chip damage was a lot less than I was expecting. Then, oh, yep, that was just me playing badly. Okay. Go. Okay, we got this. I feel focused for now. Just waiting to screw it up. Oh, that was the one we needed. Go, here we go. Damn it. Where is he? One more slam and like a riposte. I think we should get it. That should be it. Yeah! Sweet. Oh, okay, that was a cool finish. I guess that kind of makes up for all of the headaches a little bit. So we get the Storm Ruler and the Pure Shield from Sigurd, as well as his armor set. So he done got gone. And so yeah, we will reload the save and then like do the fight with Sigurd just to show how ridiculously easy it becomes. And we'll look at those items first. Can't believe that took so long. Sorry, Cold Nightbot got you. So, oh, thank you very much, Kerm. And who else is? Oh, it shows your little hippo at the top. That's cute. Yeah. Thank you for the GG. And Captini Laseri, welcome back. You said, is there a weapon tool like what Yhorm is using in real life? I think so. I don't think we actually... I'll probably have to go to Bloodleth to show it off. But this is the key item. So we got our second set of Cinders of a Lord. So these ones are of the giant Yhorm. And with the two, we should be able to finish off Sirius's quest line and go to the Great Tree and do that. So yeah, Kerm, once again, thank you for the 5. Got a Spaghetti. Brisson, thank you. You crazy SOB. It wasn't too bad. Once you get the strat, it's really not a hard fight. You just have to execute it. And so, yeah, if I didn't have the overhand R2, I don't know how much longer it really would have taken because I was able to hit its face when it slammed it. So, Knock Knock Neo, thank you. And Nightbotted, yeah. Alright, so speaking of Nightbot, it is a good idea to get some hydration, so I'm going to take a quick swig here. So these are cinders of a lord left by the Yhorm the Giant. If the lords will not return to their thrones themselves, let them return as cinders. Lonely Yhorm became a Lord of Cinder to put the profaned flame to rest, knowing full well that those who spoke of him as Lord were quite insincere. And Tanner, thank you for the 5 as well. Yeah, thank you guys. Let's go, boys. Nice determination. Yeah, the idea of a determination kind of reminds me of like Undertale and the Mouse. Knowing one day that the protagonist would kill the giant fills you with determination. And so Professor Gomez says, first time you've seen someone defeat Yhorm without the Storm Ruler-like sword? Congrats, you crazy mate. I mean, it's just something that I kind of always wanted to do because the fight felt just so underwhelming when you did have the Storm Ruler. I mean, I guess I should like rephrase it. Like all the stuff with like Sigurd and using the Storm Ruler is super cool. It's just like the actual combat itself didn't feel as fulfilling. Like it made it a bit too easy. And so like with some of the people saying like it would have probably worked out better if you could do like phase 1 without using the Storm Ruler just to actually get like a better feel of the fight. So his moveset was a little bit shallow. I would have expected him to actually deal damage with the slam in the phase 2 with the fire, but it didn't, surprisingly. And so part of that, I mean, it would have been easier if I did it HUDless to begin with, but part of my difficulty was just like not knowing if I was taking damage. So I thought I was taking a lot more damage than I was from blocking and getting hit by the fire knockback. So it's really just aesthetics more than anything. So, yeah. That's what I get for being stubborn. And then Tanner says, LOL, playing Undertale right now, actually. Yeah, Undertale is a fantastic game. I recommend everybody play it if you're able to kind of ignore the fan base. So, yeah, going back to the Cinders of Yhorm here, it talks about him becoming a Lord of Cinder to put the Profaned Flame to rest. I think that's a pretty good translation. It might come off a little bit too strongly, but I guess not, because we do still see the Profaned Flame. So essentially we could take that to be his motivation for trying to link himself. But what else goes into that is everybody, like, nobody believed in him being able to link the flame, or they weren't sincere about it. So maybe that could also mean that, like, they how do I want to phrase it? With him putting the Profaned Flame to rest, with that being his motivation, it was probably a public motivation. So maybe people were being, like, half-hearted and not really wanting the flame, for him to link the flame and for them to be able to use the Profaned Flame. That might be an interesting take on it, but yeah, I don't know. I'd probably have to double check that. So yeah. I think that was that. And did we get something else? Oh yeah, we got the Storm Ruler. We already looked at that from the first time we killed good old Siggy. And where is it? Storm Ruler. It's the great sword with a broken blade, also known as the Giant Slayer, for the residual strength of storm that brings the giants to their knees. Yhorm the Giant once held 2 of these, but gave one to the humans who doubted him, and left the other to an old dear friend, facing his fate as a Lord of Cinder. Or before facing his fate as a Lord of Cinder. So, if you could imagine, like, we didn't even fight Yhorm in his final form. It'd be pretty crazy if somebody like modded Yhorm to actually have 2 of these damn weapons with their, like, crazy AoE, because that would be one hell of a boss fight. Maybe if they ever came up with, like, a boss rush mode or something, that'd be cool to do. Let's go ahead and equip it, and then we should be able to show it off, because hopefully this time I won't be a goober about it. Yeah, so I don't have, like, enough FP to actually use it, but that's how, like, Sigurd was using it. And so, coming up here, we get another Storm Ruler, so that's his second one. So even if you, like, screwed up the Sigurd questline, you can just run to this dude, YOLO equip it, and then beat the crap out of Yhorm with it. So only a storm can fell a great wood. And because of this note, many people believe that originally the Greatwood Curse Rotted Tree was supposed to be fought here. I don't know how true that is, but yeah. I imagine this would probably be a really strong weapon against that tree. I could also imagine, like, maybe in, like, the first phase it wouldn't work, but hold on, let me rephrase that. Maybe in the first phase, or wait, damn it, let me restart again. So maybe before you hit it with the Storm Ruler, it would be in its first phase, and then after you do it, like, it could split open and then, like, the giant hand can come out. Yeah, I don't know. So his throne is really cool, though. You got some, like, lion symbols on the side. Actually, let me look at that really close into now. Nothing down there. Okay, so it just kind of looked more than I thought there'd be at first. I was hoping there'd be a more exciting design on it. Not to say, like, that these people lifting it up aren't exciting. Oops. Double oops. Really? Oh, I think I know what I did. Okay, whatever. So, yeah. Those are the 2 Storm Rulers. I won't worry about going back to Firelink Shrine right now, just because we'll reload it and then do it properly, just to get our good old Onion Buddies dialogue. So, what else? We're going to go back. Don't need to do it like this. So we should be back with all of our souls right in front of his thing, and we should be able to start it and get Sigurd right in there. I forget you don't actually have to summon him. So Captini says, you always felt like the people were kind of racist against him because he was a giant. You always felt that giants were second-class citizens in Dark Souls. I feel like even giving them the credit of calling them citizens and second-class citizens might be a bit too much credit to the giants. But yeah, you're absolutely right about that. And so Tanner says, you have always wondered why Yhorm's people seem to resent him somehow. At least that is the vibe you got from the item descriptions. So yeah, maybe they did want the Profaned flame for themselves because they seem to be like worshipping it after Yhorm did his thing because he sucked and it didn't work out. So maybe it just goes with their prejudice towards him. So Zachary Koenig says, you took it more like they didn't venerate him at all. They just raised him to Lord so that he could be burned as a sacrifice for them. Also, like Captain said, giants seem to be often enslaved. So humans seem to disdain giants usually, even though he's such a cool dude. And yeah, I totally agree with that as well. But it is kind of interesting, like, going back through this run and seeing what else we can kind of pull out, at least with the idea that maybe they wanted the Profaned Flame after all. And so they're like, oh, yay, Yhorm, go ahead and link it. But they weren't sincere whatsoever in like cheering him on. I think I'm at full health again. Oh, just a little bit shy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. So another cutscene again. I'll get some water during this. So Captini says,
old friend,
you always like the legs of the cherub being feet? Or you always felt like those legs of a cherub being feet are kind of cool? Yeah.
The Knights of Catarina have come to uphold my promise.
And if you look at his crown, it looks like a bunch of flames as well.
Let the sun shine upon this Lord of Cinder.
And then he just looks so goofy rolling around like that, so he's charging it up. Damn, can't reach him even from here. Holy shit, he's already in phase 2? Oh my god. I'm probably just tickling him while Sigurd's doing like all the work. Just, you know, I'm the tank. I missed. Oh, he killed him. I think. Oh no, it just made the sound for no reason. Here we go. I thought that was gonna visceral. I keep on calling it visceral, but it's not in this game. So yeah, our trusty Onion Knight just beat the ever-living shit out of Yhorm. Made it look easy peasy while it took us like 3 hours of bumbling through that crap. Obviously not like that long, but you know what I mean.
It seems I am in your debt once again. My thanks. I could have not kept my promise without you. Now, for a final toast.
We get some more Siegbrow.
To your valor, and my old friend Yhorm. Long may the sun shine. Well, I'm going to have myself a little nap. The only thing to do, really, after a nice toast. You are a true friend. Best of luck with your duty.
So that's pretty much it for our husbando this game.
Well,
So we'll go back to the Firelink Shrine, and then we'll load back. Maybe I can warp back to this area from this bonfire? Maybe not. I don't think so. And that's pretty much it for the Profaned Capital. So it's a really cool area, like with a really cool boss fight that just... It's also a lackluster boss fight. Like, you saw how easy it was with Sigvard. Like, he just... It just trivializes the fight, but because he gets stun locked so often. But yeah, it was definitely a cool experience fighting Yhorm mano a mano. And now I never have to do it again. So we'll go back to Yhorm the Giant. Oh yeah, Yhorm, go ahead and link it. Actual DS3 quote. Zach Koenig says, you wish Yhorm's backstory felt more complete. Really seems like a symptom of all the Sullivan-associated storylines being moved around in the late game. Yeah. And Captini says, wait, are Yhorm's eyes always red or only if you do this with Onion? Actually, I don't know. That's a good question. And so, now that we did get the Onion to finish off his quest line, we get to see the items go back to like where he was if he died, and then you came and fought Yhorm again. We get the Storm Ruler, the Pierce Shield, and then the Katarina set. So we've already looked at all of those. So you could take that either way, like, at least in the first Dark Souls one, when you finish Siegmeyer's questline, when he died, it was because he's pretty much already accomplished what he set out to do, and you do get that kind of a final questline with Sieglinde to, what's a word? Wow, I'm blinking. To get the closure that you needed. And so this one, you could interpret it that he died, or maybe he just retired, if you want to be a little bit more kind-hearted, I guess. And so if he's still taking a nap or a permanent dirt nap is up to individual interpretation. And the Red Scholar says they're red in all phases whether Sigvard is there or not. Okay, thank you very much. And yes, Kerm, that is the end of the quest line since we just got everything. So damn sad, but also heartwarming. No, I really like that quest line just because, like, even though he's kind of a goof like all of the other Onion Knights, he's really a good, reliable, dependable dude, like from the very beginning to the very end. And that's a little bit rare in these games. So the fact that, like, they actually did give, like, another NPC, like, a full-on, like, spotlight is really cool because, like, even with Logan in Dark Souls 1, he's kind of a pushover if, I don't know, you just bum rush him and don't give him time to cast spells. And so he's got a huge story in the lore, Logan does at least, whereas like Sigvard, just you actually see it like with your own eyes essentially. Maybe I want to save my stuff to buy the items from the sorcerers and whatnot. And so, with Yhorm down, now we go towards Aldrich.
Aha, Aldrich. So.
Oh, maybe I need to talk to him. Since we just killed another lord. So we'll do Sirius' stuff next, before I forget again and again.
Aha, thou returned, and a fine day it is.
So, Colt says his oath fulfilled, it reminds you of Alfred with Vulgarius. Yeah, a little bit. And Professor Gomez says, thank you. You always mess up Sigvard quests, and you've never seen that cutscene. It is an awesome quest line. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you got to experience it with us. So yeah, you're welcome. Captini says, Onion didn't leave Soul after him, so you guess he didn't die. That's a fair point. And then Colt says, why did Sigvard get caught in the buff without his armor? Or are we to assume the patches both stripped him and kicked him into the well? Sigvard may have just left his armor behind here at the end. I would assume like patches like, oh, there's treasure down that well, and so he probably convinced Sigvard to take off his armor, and then as he was like looking down it, patches probably kicked him to kill him, but it didn't work out. That's my headcanon, because that sounds way more patches than just like him telling the dude to go down the well. So, yeah. What else? Oh yeah.
Ah, most
okay, he says nothing there.
Seeker.
Oh, we got the soul of Yhorm. I don't think I read that. Or was it just the skull thing that we got? Okay, no, we did. So, used to acquire blah blah blah. Yhorm is the descendant of an ancient conqueror, but was asked by the very people once subjugated to lead them, serving as both a weighty blade and a stone-hard shield. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. So, I guess a giant came into the Profaned capital before Yhorm was there, and so Yhorm is a descendant. I don't know if this ancient conqueror is supposed to be related to anybody else in like Dark Souls 2. I don't think there's like a ton of giant lore, but beyond like what we get. So if anybody has a better idea, please feel free to let me know. So let's look at his items. That's not it. So we get Yhorm's Great Machete. And so someone was asking if this is like based on a weapon in real life. I don't want to say for sure, but I feel like this kind of thing probably did exist somewhere. I feel like it's probably like a little bit inaccurate with the stick the way that it is, but I do know that like there are these kind of machetes in like Southeast Asia that they'd use to like cut through like the jungles and stuff, or whatever they're called down there. So yeah. This is a great machete wielded long ago by Yhorm the Giant. Yhorm once lumbered on the front lines with a great shield, but one day, in place of his shield, a left-hand notch was added to his machete, enabling the smashing technique that would become the legacy of his later years. So, Warcry let out a spirited Warcry that temporarily boosts attacks and enables a crushing strong attack. So that was what he was doing against us throughout the fight, like the Warcry that would knock us down. And so this is Yhorm's Great Shield, and I didn't read the other Great Shield from earlier. So this Great Shield, used long ago by Yhorm the Giant, increases the user's poise. As a lord, Yhorm risked everything and fought unflinchingly as a one-man vanguard. Following the loss of the one he wished to protect, he forsook his shield. And so that's probably why he used the machete. And it is a bit weird that he also had the Storm Rulers. So I don't know exactly when he was supposed to use those, but maybe he had one Storm Lord originally, and his friend had the other, and then once the friend died, he had two, and then he gave it up. I don't know. No, that doesn't make sense either. Just a random thought to try to make things make a bit more sense. So, yeah. Again, if anybody does have a bit more information about that and they want to share it, you're welcome to, by all means. Do I want to buy this? It's free, as well as the shield. I'm not going to use a Great Shield. So his machete weighs almost as much as the shield, which is kind of funny. And if you really think about like just how big Yhorm is, like the Great Shield to them is probably more like a buckler. But yeah. Not as much damage resistance as some of the other swords. Or great swords. I'll just leave it, because why not?
Now.
Let's go buy the things from Arena, because I don't remember when her quest like starts. Maybe it's after you buy all of the good ones. I don't remember.
Oh, Champion of Ash.
So all the other ones are probably the bad ones.
Have a pleasant journey.
I think that dialogue might have been slightly different. I don't remember. So Cornix might have something different to say, since we gave him all the tomes already. Or do we need to like buy them all from him? Tanner says, you always assume Patches stole it while he slept or something, then he hid in the well himself, because we don't pull him out or anything. He could have left the well at any time. Red Scholar says, the Giant Lord is described as a conqueror in Dark Souls 2, and Yhorm is described as a Great Wood in the message in his boss arena. There's a few other Dark Souls 2 references in the Profaned Capital 2. Knock Knock Neo says, so apparently Dark Souls 3 was released on March 24th, 2016. That was 5 years ago today. Happy anniversary, Dark Souls 3. I thought that was Bloodborne that was released today. Yeah, in 2015. So were they both released on the 24th? That's crazy. Now I need to look it up. Holy shit, 1 year later. That was one hell of a fast development time, really. Like, I wasn't trying to say, like, I didn't believe you. It's just, like, that's crazy. I never realized that. So, yeah, thanks for letting us know. And, happy anniversary, everybody. Oh, wow, sweet. It's Lothric's birthday. And Yhorm, what a special day. Yeah. And, yeah, just in case anybody doesn't know, there is the unofficial Return to Yhorm event going on. So, people from all over the world are participating in a playthrough of Bloodborne. And the basic goal is to go through every area, summoning as many people as you can, and trying to invade at least twice in each area before you go on, just to liven up some of the co-op experience and to rejoin in on like some of the fun that not everybody would have been able to participate once the game was like fresh. Yeah. Cameron McConnell, welcome back. You said you have 100% achievements. Took you forever to farm the Covenant items. The old wolf curved sword was a monster in PvP. Yeah, so that's the only reason why I don't have a platinum for this game, is just because I didn't feel like grinding out all of the Covenants. I think I did like 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 before giving up, just because it was a lot of tedious stuff to do, because being summoned took forever, or summoned, or what else is it? Or like actually farming the rare drops from some enemies, even with a luck build.
Ah, there you are, unkindled one. I am pleased to have a pupil as dedicated as you. Heed my words, unkindled one.
Okay.
The hunter. Do not be gone for long. What is it?
This dude's gone? I thought I had to buy... Oh. Okay, never mind. I'm just an idiot. I was gonna say, I thought I had to buy his stuff and get all of his things to make him go away. So yeah, if we could solo Yhorm, we should be good for our damage output. It's kind of a joke. It just took a long time to do it.
Promise to stay safe.
Still think I didn't get any chunks on the second portion of the capital. Just double check. Yeah. Okay.
Weapons, but...
So we'll save Scum, and then we'll do the Seer's questline. Let's go ahead and get Hawkwood Shield first, because it should be out here, right? Like, off to the grave that he would occasionally go to. I think we never saw him over there, because I forgot about all that stuff. Bailey says, think they'll release Elden Ring today? Wow. That's just like a flashback of the time that I was fighting Yhorm, and was like, do you guys think he'll die today? Are we there yet? Where is the grave? Is it over here? Okay, that one. Make this try to look a little bit cinematic here. Hawkwood Shield. Oh, so this is the War God Wooden Shield. I mean, this isn't the one we picked up, but when we were talking about the Nameless King. Yeah, maybe I won't worry about this for now. Where's the Hawkwood crack? So, shield that belonged to Hawkwood, a deserter from the Undead Legion. The unique swordsmanship of the Watchers does not normally allow for the use of shields. The unique swordsmanship of the Watchers would not allow such a shield, and Hawkwood's very possession of it was telltale of his defeat. That's kind of interesting, but it also looks like it was kind of like cleaved in two, or definitely struck before. Almost looks like it's held together by duct tape, but it certainly isn't duct tape. So yeah. We will do his stuff a little bit later. I don't remember exactly when that comes into play. I think we need to get 2 of the stones to get the Hawkwood stuff. Or maybe now we just need to talk to Andre. And then he should tell us more.
Ah, 'tis good, wasn't he? Weapons and but
Maybe not. Okay.
There are 2.
So I guess we might need to get another of the dragon stones. So I'll save Scum and then we'll do the Cirrus stuff. Colt says if they release Elden Ring next year or the year after on March 24th, that'd be insane. Elden Rung, the oldest rung on the ladder. Tanner says you feel like you're perpetually waiting for news on Elden Ring or news on Silksong. I thought they... never mind. Don't want to get anybody's hopes up. You don't want to step on the Elden Rung. And then Tanner says, also love the storytelling in that shield. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about the other one too. He obviously fought to try and gain entry into the Abyss Watchers, but the deep cleave in his shield tells us all we need to know about how it went. Well, I guess he did succeed because he's described as a deserter, and so you can't desert something you're never part of. So I do like that idea though that his reliance on the shield was indicative of his personal weakness. I do love that kind of storytelling when it's not explicit, but it's still like very much obviously there. That's a kind of writing style that I really admire. And so we'll go to the tree area. We should still be embered up. I guess we need to go from this angle. This side. And Colt says, you honestly don't want to know anything about Elden Ring until it releases. You love that they're not hyping it. FromSoft is the last great developer, in your opinion. The only one left I trust completely. I would say, for me personally, it's From Software and Sakurai of Super Smash Brothers. Those are like the only 2 games, like, developers that I really will, like, have no regrets in, like, pre-ordering a game just because I support those 2 that much at this point. I have been burned time and time again of trying to pre-order things or not liking things as much as I would have hoped. So I am a lot more reluctant to do that nowadays. Oh, I was trying to bonk it first. Please stop. Yeah, I thought I could one-shot it. Looks like there's a bunch of organs in its little thing there, which is cool. Or is it that we do Cirrus's stuff here after we kill all the lords? I guess we'll find out. Maybe not. Or do I need to do it down there in the Pit of Hollows? Yeah, I might be misremembering again. I thought there was another step for her after the 2 lords were defeated. Ugh. How many souls do I have again? Like 800,000? Well, this is gonna be a Yold. You only die. Wait, what the fuck? You can just drop down here? Oh, because like the Great Wood. That's kind of a normal thing. Nothing over here yet. Or was she in Firelink Shrine and then didn't pay attention? That might have been it. I don't know. So Scott says the same. You want to go into the game as blind as possible so you can try and discover Elden Ring lore for yourself. Yeah, that's kind of where I am as well. Like, I'm obviously going to be hyped about the game, but I feel like at this point, until we get more information about it, I just want to stay as low-key as possible and then look at everything again as it comes closer to release date to get hyped up all over again. So yeah, maybe that's not when we do the serious stuff. Oh well. So I think that's it then for now. Okay. So yeah, if we can't do the serious stuff, that'll probably end things here for today. So Scott says you really like Hideo Kojima. The Silent Hill games and the Death Stranding are masterful stories. Yeah, Death Stranding was really cool. I do like how much risk he took in making like a walking simulator, but it was definitely a cool concept. And I do think there's actually a lot of similarities even between like Death Stranding and the From Software games when you look at like the super deep macro level lore. And then Faley says you don't have the self-discipline to stop yourself from doing research. You can't stand not knowing. And then Professor Gomez says knowledge is power at Nymphalis. Never stop researching. So, okay. Speaking of researching, I will go ahead and look back up the Sirius quest line, hopefully, and remember what we need to do at the beginning of the next stream. So we've been going for a little bit over 3.5 hours, which is good. It's a little bit unfortunate that I wasted so much time on Yhorm, but it was something that I kind of wanted to cross off my Dark Souls bucket list, so I'm glad to have done it. And I'm glad you all were here for it, so hopefully that wasn't a bit too slow for everybody. So once again, thank you all for coming back to the stream, and we will be continuing tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I hope to see you all there. Until then, have a good day.